the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And coming up in the news at noon, we're learning more about a shocking case in Northeast DC, how police say a headless body ended up in the Brookland backyard. And later, mounting safety concerns over the Ohio train derailment, how the consequences could spill over into our area. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us with the latest check on the forecast. First of all, Damon, it's that time of the week where I say happy Friday. We saw rain earlier this morning. Will it continue?
And happy Friday to you as well, my friend. Yes, it's been an interesting day out there. A lot going on so far on this Friday. We started out with that rainfall this morning, no doubt making your morning commute or just the general start to your day pretty tricky, but that rainfall is now pretty much gone at this point. The steadiest rain that we had early in the day has progressed to the east. We had one last line of very gusty rain showers. If you looked outside over the last half hour or so, you may have noticed those very dark clouds whistling past. That line of showers has pretty much now come to an end. We're still seeing some light rainfall all the way down towards St. Mary's County, but what was left of that gusty line of showers over the I-95 corridor is now gone. So the rain, we can put that for the most part in our rear view mirror, but now we're dealing with the wind and those colder temperatures that are steadily rolling in. We have a wind advisory for the time being that only goes until 1 o'clock for our western counties in western Maryland, West Virginia. That's where we could have wind gusts as high as 50 miles an hour within the next hour or so, but it's still going to be extremely blustery elsewhere now that those winds have changed direction more out of the west northwest, around 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting even higher than that at times, especially as we deal with this initial surge of colder air behind this latest cold front. So it is going to be an interesting afternoon. We'll see those clouds slowly start to break up. We possibly could have a few peaks of sunshine before all is said and done late this afternoon. But look at these temperatures. It's not a typical day out there. They are going to continue to fall with each passing hour. We'll be in the 40s by 3 o'clock, and it will be even colder than that tonight. Just how cold are we talking? We'll have a full check of the forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We're continuing our coverage this afternoon on a gruesome murder and decapitation in a D.C. neighborhood. The home where that body was found is along Kearny Street in Northeast D.C. The court documents show that 32-year-old LaVon Barnes, who lived in the basement, confessed to police that he committed the murder. Barnes said that the body was that of the handyman that his sister hired to work around the house named Abdul. According to the affidavit, Barnes became angry while Abdul showed him the work that he was doing in the kitchen. Barnes tased him in the back of the head before kicking, punching, and stabbing him. Then he dragged the handyman to the backyard where he cut off his arms and head. Medical examiners say the body had been decomposing there for months. Neighbors say that they noticed and knew that something was up. They never imagined it would be something so terrible.
You know, you see stuff on TV and you're just like, oh, that's not going to happen. Like the hit Netflix show, Jeffrey Dahmer, like, you're like, oh, okay, that was old. Like, that's not going to happen in such a packed city.
A Barnes' sister says her brother is mentally ill. The investigation is ongoing. Well, developing now, the 5 former Memphis police officers charged in the brutal murder, beating, and death of Tyree Nichols have pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. All 5 appeared in court this morning for the first time, and they were fired and charged with murder, kidnapping, and assault at the end of last month. The next court date is set for May 1st, and the judge expects this to be a lengthy court case. An attorney for one of the officers says the public hasn't seen all the video evidence, and there's still a lot we don't know about what happened that day. The former officers belong to a specialized unit in the Memphis Police Department known as the Scorpion Unit. That unit has since been disbanded. Well, new at noon, a Costco truck full of household goods caught on fire on I-95 southbound, causing major traffic delays. Crews are continuing to clean up the 70,000 pounds of goods the truck was hauling. They left the center lanes and the I-95 southbound reopened south of exit 118 and Thornburg. Now, the right southbound lane remains blocked as cleanup is underway. And developing now, 12 people are without a home after a fire ripped through a townhouse community in Montgomery County. It happened on Club Lake Road near Watkins Mill Road in Gaithersburg. Montgomery County Fire says that there were no injuries. They're reminding you to make sure that you never keep open flames unattended. Also developing very disturbing allegations against a Prince George's County man. Police say a 26-year-old kidnapped, raped, and robbed a man he met on a dating app. On a separate case, they say that he carjacked his victim at gunpoint. Rodney Richardson of Brandywine faces several charges over the weekend, and when investigators say the latest, when he met up with the victim and reported meeting up with Richardson, and that's when they said that he raped the man at gunpoint, then drove him to a bank and forced him to take out money. In another case earlier this month, police say Richardson carjacked the victim at gunpoint. He remains behind bars this afternoon. And looking ahead in the district, the trial for a 10-year-old girl murdered nearly 5 years ago is expected to continue next week. Opening arguments began yesterday, and Makia Wilson was gunned down in front of her Northeast D.C. home. Investigators say that she was eating with her sister outside their apartment. That's when investigators say 4 masked gunmen jumped out of the car, firing as many as 50 bullets into the courtyard. Investigators say that both Makia and her sister tried to get back into the apartment but couldn't because the door was jammed. When they finally got in, they realized that Makia was shot in the chest and her sister was shot in the arm. And Keith Alexander is covering the trial for the Washington Post, and we spoke with him about the potential challenges for jurors who will have to keep up with several co-defendants.
Because again, you have 6 co-defendants, and prosecutors are going to go down the line with all the evidence. It's going to be up to the jurors to pick out, okay, this evidence goes with this defendant, this evidence goes with that defendant, and so on and so forth. It's going to be very challenging. But the defense attorneys all argued that their clients were innocent. They were not even at the scene. There's no DNA. There are no eyewitnesses. There's no cooperating witnesses. There's no confessions.
This trial is expected to last several months, and we will continue to follow this story and bring you major developments on air and online. Well, the Walmart that was the site of a mass shooting back in November is now hiring new staff. A spokesperson for Walmart says the location's reopening date will be available soon. The store has been closed since that shooting that took the lives of 6 people. Chesapeake police are leading the investigation into the shooting as Walmart deals with several lawsuits in connection to the incident. And experts say that there's a housing shortage in Maryland and an immediate need for affordable housing. One advocacy group is calling on state legislators to pass a bill that looks to tackle the shortage and create affordable housing. Our Tosin Fakili has more details on the bill and the extent of the housing shortage.
We're talking hundreds of thousands, and that's according to experts. So if you're looking for a home right now in Maryland, you probably know there's not that many options. And when you find one, it probably will cost you. The group Maryland Realtors tells me the housing shortage now reaches into people of moderate incomes and pegs that housing shortage at about 120,000 housing units. Now, the bill in the Maryland legislature that the group Maryland Realtors is pushing for is SB 166, and in the House is HB 150. It would allow the Department of Housing and Community Development to establish repurposing existing buildings to develop new affordable multifamily housing. So it's basically recycling buildings. Now, according to leaders with the advocacy group, recycling spaces like manufacturing buildings or office buildings that haven't been used for a while. Experts say the buildings that could be repurposed exist, and it'll mostly be turned into multifamily housing like apartments or condos. So here's what the folks at Maryland Realtors want legislators to know.
We are hopeful for this bill. Again, it is just one piece. And I think that what I just said was our message to them. We're going to need a lot of action, because right now, doing what we have always done and trying to develop housing the way that we have always developed it, not only is it not getting us what we need, but it's accelerating our shortage. So we're going to have to look at new ideas.
Well, May says the bill in the Maryland legislature can be a piece to solving the housing shortage. So experts say the reason for this housing shortage is the rate of building houses has gone down in relation to population growth and job creation. So we all say affordable housing, but what exactly does that look like? Well, Lisa May tells me typically affordable means it's attainable for someone who makes 80% or below of what the area median income is, and it's also based on family size.
And that was Tosin Fakili reporting. Arlington County, along with D.C. and northeastern Fairfax County, will see some changes. Starting February 20th, the areas will begin a new water treatment process. This year, the system disinfectant will change to chlorine. This ensures the water remains clear and clean. Now, this year's early start on the water treatment will allow for a complete reservoir rehabilitation project. The change is only until May 15th, when the disinfectant will switch back to chloramine.